It's day 5 after the surgery. Removing the ruptured breast implant because of breast implant illness. And today they took out the drainage, the drains. My doctor is not here, so she will be back on Friday. Her assistant took them out. She reacted a little bit strange. She then tried to say, no, it's okay, but just on Friday, wait until the doctor is here. Everything is fine. But the way she was saying it was a little bit strange. So I don't know. She said she mentioned more than once to puncture, so maybe there was some liquid and she thinks that there will be liquid here. I don't know. I feel extremely sick. It's because of the medication, I think. Still my throat, and it's just hard to speak, but I think it's important. I know that all the videos from all the women who were telling about their experiences and recovery helped me not to panic. So I can tell you it's getting better. The worst thing is not pain, it's the medication, also the anesthetics, because they are causing a lot of inflammation and stomach pain. Your stomach is just like you're pregnant. Your body is changing. I can show you. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, that's me now. Flat. Yeah. And I don't know if you can see that, but you see that? It's painful. It's really painful, and it just comes from the medication. You can't do anything about it. There were so many women also when I was at the doctor's office. They all looked like me, like they're pregnant. I was okay, and shortly before I went to the doctor, I felt so sick. I felt extremely strange in my body. It's really hard to describe this feeling. It's like something toxic is just going through your body. That's how it feels. It's like you drank something which was, I don't know, something chemical. That's how it feels like, as if you drank the things you use to clean some dishes. That's how it feels like from the inside. Losing my voice constantly. I know this feeling from medication since I have a MS and I had to take medications. All these symptoms are coming from medication, and I can tell you, you should know that this is normal. You feel depressed, you feel suddenly super happy, you feel dizzy, you feel sick. All these bad things after a surgery come from medication. Or like me, they think that I had like kind of grabbed the virus, a stomach virus or something, because then I had to puke and had diarrhea and everything at the same time. That's not usually what happens, but your immune system is very low, so that's what's gonna happen. I try now to reduce the pain meds. Even she said I should take it the same way, just because they are causing the most inflammation. And today was the first time when I am wearing my favorite outfit that I wear the whole summer this year, and it looks completely different than it used to. So this is the first time I really saw the outcome of the operation, of surgery. It's hard to describe how you feel after it because it's just different. On the one hand, I feel like myself the first time like I ever remember, since I had them since I was 19. And I feel like this is how my body's supposed to look like, and it fits better. So we see it from a positive side. I just look thinner. The clothes are just looking cooler. They don't look like strange, I don't know. I never really felt comfortable with all of this going on. I was just too scared to remove them. So from this perspective, I feel great. I didn't have a lift. They're very flat, and I don't feel like bad at all. I feel like a little child, to be honest. Also because I'm not capable of doing all the stuff all by myself, and everybody's treating me like a child. That's a little bit. And what I didn't really think of is to I wasn't really able to go outside, walk, or even move my body at all for 6 days. And today it was the first time that I really got up and just moved, because I didn't feel safe to go outside. That's because I'm in an environment where there are some things, especially with some strays, a lot of strays, and when they're barking, they're scaring me like every time we go outside, and I'm like jumping, and it really hurts. And I don't know if they attack or not, and there are also some people you don't want to cross, they're a little bit. I had some issues with these kind of people. Let's say it like that and leave it like that. So I don't feel safe. So I'm in a little bit of a different kind of situation than I would be at home. At home I would have moved more. So if you can, just get up and try to move, because after 6 days not moving, my muscles completely are failing. Just a little walk to the doctor is like I'm learning to walk. It's horrible, because it's just, the muscles are not strong, and especially with all the medication, everything feels like it's like your bones are getting soft. That's how it feels. I can't describe it differently. Also, when it comes to food, basically everything makes me sick. I just can eat small pieces of whatever I can just imagine eating at the time. So egg yolks was one of the things that I could eat and that are very nourishing. I had small pieces of steak with some butter. That was fine. My auntie made some burek with cheese, which is like it's like pita with cheese, if you know what it is. So I had a small piece of that with some yogurt, but I just can't handle food at all. Then we got to McDonald's, had maybe 2 bites of burger patties and maybe 3 fries, because it was the only thing I imagined eating, and then I was just feeling sick of everything. Now I had some milk and I had a little piece of chocolate because my sugar and everything was just dropping. So that was helping a little bit. But yeah, that's basically that. So eat on the go whatever feels right for your body. But I can tell you, yogurt and egg yolks are the 2 things that I personally can handle the best right now. And that just gives me a little bit of stomach peace, I would say. So that's from food wise. Water, normal water, sometimes very little sparkling water, but I can't drink a lot. I have to force myself. My mom washed my hair today after 6 days. That was kind of a luxury thing. It was very uncomfortable because of the situation, because your neck and everything, your back is hurting a lot, because of the position you're sleeping. But I just felt like a new person just washing the hair after 6 days. Um, you imagine all the small things in life that matter. Um, my son was massaging me, taking care of me. That was so sweet. The drainage, I was scared when they took them out because they're still in your body and they're just ripping it out. And the funny part was you don't feel it. Some people do feel it maybe, but you don't feel it at all. They're just opening this thing that was sew in, but you really can't feel it. The thing that really hurt me was the I don't know what's the name in English, the tape that we're putting on, and she ripped it off. But after 6 days and the compression bra, it felt like she ripped my skin off, and that hurt. But the drainage really don't hurt. Even my son was in the room and he was looking at it, so he was being a doctor, a little one. I can tell you that most of the things that are really not good are only from the medication. I was so swollen. I made a before and after picture. I will share it when I'm at home and can make a little bit of a whole video for all of you that maybe will go through the same thing. But I was like 4 times, my leg were 4 times bigger just because they were swollen, full of water. And that's where you see what medication does to our bodies. It's really hardcore. It's highly inflammation. Inflammation causes also cancer and other things, by the way. And it's the bloating stomach, and if your gut is not healthy, your whole body is just shutting down and you can feel it, and it's so horrible. You just can feel everything going wrong in your body. So if you have doctors who can manage to find other ways, amazing. I would not experiment and go against this advice because especially with the drains in, you can have infections, which is dangerous. So you need to have the antibiotics, and you can have blood clot, if it's called like that, and these kind of things. And I don't live here, so I have to go to Austria back as soon as I can, and I cannot risk anything. So that's why I'm really, really careful with everything I'm doing. I wouldn't be that careful if I would be at home and feel secure that whatever happens, I can go to the doctor, like to my doctor. And right now, that's why I'm a little bit anxious, and I'm just scared of more things than I would usually be. I can tell you that my faith to God is really having the most impact on me. That saves me, that gives me just knowing that everything will be right, that everything was for some reason happening like it happened. That gives me strength, a lot of it. I can also tell you that medication and being isolated and social media, these 3 things causes the most anxious situations, depressions, and all these things. So right now, feeling that in a very extreme way. I don't know why so many people these days are having these problems, because it's really easy to go this path. When you are scrolling through social media, then you are at home for a long period of time. You isolate yourself from socializing. You maybe also have some medication, because then they're treating you for depressions or anxieties or whatever, or ADHD and what else. Everything is now, everybody's sick these days and everybody gets medication very, very easy. So I can tell you, however, and if you can, just try not to take the medication, and try as much as you can to avoid all social media in general, and not to isolate yourself from life. these three things really are just like a circle, a bad circle. No matter if you had a surgery or not, but really experiencing it in this extreme, these couple of days, is really opening my eyes even more to the whole situation where we are now heading. And also watching so many of these women who had these explants, a lot of them were on medication for antidepressant situations. So hardcore. It's really a bad situation we are walking, and getting out of it is tough. I believe it's tough. For me it's tough because I can shut down and you know, I can read or do something else, but it's hard right now, just being very bored, isolated, not be able to do even stretchings. That's also a luxury. I really realize now that my everyday stretchings I do for 2 years now, or over 2 years, from physiotherapists, just to not have back pain, to even be able to do these things, are such a luxury, because now right now I'm not allowed to do them like I used to, just a little bit, because of the stitches they can rip. But knowing that, it's very interesting how much I appreciate being able to do these kind of things more and more, because now I can't do them. And also what I'm so appreciative of is having colleagues, because I was very transparent. I can totally tell you there are always bad and good sides on being open, but I was very transparent and telling all of my close colleagues what's happening, to not be judged because of maybe my mood changes, or I'm maybe being sad, or you know, not being able to go to work, and everybody asking you over and over, why haven't you been here, and so on, and they have to explain it over and over. That's why I just ripped the band-aid, wrote them an email before I went into surgery, and since then I really see who of my colleagues also are really empathetic people who are asking me, hey, how are you, you know, do you feel better, just, you know, not being, you know, you're just a colleague. It's not a friendship, it's still not a friendship, I don't see that as that, but to be in this lucky position that I have colleagues who do care, it's rare, and I'm very, very thankful for that. And also seeing my family, and who of my family and who of my friends are really, you know, asking me how I am, or even realizing that I didn't maybe, you know, tell them anything, or even say hi for now over 2 months, basically, since my health finding journey, what's wrong with me, started in this extreme. I just see who are the people who are important to me. So I do believe that sometimes we have to go through this to recognize the good things in our life. For me, it's how important health is, how important my personal faith is into God and into everything. Who are the people I'm surrounded with, and what they're doing for me, and how they act, and how empathetic they are, and how lucky I am with so many things in my life. And these things sometimes we tend to forget, because we're busy with other things. And also just recognizing my own body for the first time, as I can think, because 16 years is a long time, and my whole adult life I basically look different, very different, and it's a process that will cause up and downs, I'm pretty sure. But I can tell you that all the hundreds and hundreds of women I read and I looked up now and so on, and these forums before, I had a lot of time, none of them regretted, none of them. So if you have to go through this, you will not regret it, really. And don't be scared that they look then different, or that you're not a woman anymore, or these kind of things, because that's also what I read a lot. If you have a doctor, she's gonna decide if you know what you need and what you don't need on the table, if you can have it. And there is always a solution, but I can tell you, we are just built by God the way we should supposed to look like, without anything doing with our bodies, and it makes us more beautiful and more confident. And we will have our ups and downs and just maybe feel sometimes sad or not, but this is a hormonal state. And look at this, it's a hormonal state until all the medication and all the toxins are out of your body, and until you are mentally there. It comes the same with nutrition. It's a long process. It doesn't happen overnight. If you change stuff you're eating, that you're gonna be amazing and you're gonna feel better. It takes time, and just trust the process. This is like the best thing. But I can tell you, because before I started working in IT, I was a fashion photographer, and just now also having this time and seeing a lot of influencers I made big at the time, who are now have millions of followers, and I remember how they looked like. I can tell you that the most beautiful people on this planet have been, from my experience, the most how do I say, they are not confident. They pretend to be confident, but they are so I don't know the English word right now, but self-critic, and they always find a lot of things that they don't like about themselves. And so many of them, I honestly, there's not even maybe one that didn't change or altered things like Botox or BBLs or breasts or whatever they're doing, or nose jobs and lips fillers, and they were so beautiful, so beautiful. And I'm not saying this in this, oh my god, some, yeah, they were like, really, they were Victoria's Secret standard beauties, and now they look like, I don't know. It's just, it makes people just not prettier as they think. And so if you ever considered doing the implants, please don't. If you ever considered doing anything on your body, please don't. I can swear to you, right now the trends are starting also going in the opposite direction. That's why all the Kardashians and so on, they all started going back and taking everything out and so on, and reducing, because people just are sick of these plastic dolls. And it's just, it doesn't belong in our body, and it will hurt us. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. It's just a question of when. And it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. As I said, I have up and downs emotionally, and I feel it's from the medication. So pain-wise, also the same thing. I can't say anything about all the BIIs, breast implant illness symptoms that came up, also my MS symptoms and everything that comes with that what's better, what not, because my body's healing, and that will take a long time to really be able to tell what's better or what's not. But just looking in a mirror, I feel more, I just feel more like myself. I feel thinner. I feel more confident and prettier. Honestly, I do. And let's see how it will feel tomorrow. It can feel completely different, but right now this is what I can tell you. And if you have to go to the surgery and you see this video, you can add me on Instagram. I'm really happy to be there for you if you just want to talk. Happy also not to give any, just if you ask me something, I'm gonna tell you whatever you want to know. But if you just need somebody to talk to, if you're scared or whatever, I'm here. Just write me. Yeah, just I'm just thankful for so many things. So I wish you the best if you're seeing this video, because you will go soon through the same thing, or are going through the same thing, but we are getting there, and everything's gonna be better. I know it. Everything. And your journey is your journey. Whatever feels right, do it. Don't let anybody bully you into anything, or tell you how to do it if you don't ask. One of the most important things. That's what a lot of people also in the comments sometimes in my videos are, just forcing their opinions on somebody that didn't even ask them how to deal with their own lives and things they want to do. So yeah, that's big advice I can give you. Just if you want to know something, I'm gonna tell you, and if you just need somebody to talk, I'm gonna be here. And now I'm just gonna lay down, watch something stupid. And if you have any YouTube recommendations for a little more Bread Mondo style Charlotte Dobre, I love them. Just a little bit more easygoing channels where you don't learn anything, where you just enjoy. Would be thankful for that. And that's that. So bye.